One of the most common tests of detail is the use of external confirmations. In practice, external confirmations is the best way to test debtors' balances. Remember that tests of details are direct tests, so gathering evidence relating to the existence, valuation, and completeness of debtors' balances from the debtors themselves is the best method to provide reliable evidence, provided that the auditor had full control over the confirmation process. In other words, the auditor created the confirmation, sent out the confirmation, and any responses came directly to the auditor and not management of the entity. This ensures that management would not get an opportunity to tamper with the confirmation and affect the reliance that can be placed on them as audit evidence. There are two types of confirmation requests, namely a positive confirmation request and a negative confirmation request. Let's look at the differences between these two types of confirmations. A positive confirmation is a more reliable form of evidence, while a negative confirmation would provide less reliable evidence. Positive confirmation would be used when the individual accounts are high, while a negative confirmation would apply where there are a large number of smaller accounts. A positive confirmation is more likely to be used when there's a high inherent risk or control risk, while a negative confirmation is more likely to be used when inherent risk or control risk is assessed as low. A positive confirmation request requires a response or reply must be sent back to the auditor. If this is not received, the auditor would need to perform alternative procedures, and where that is not possible, it would be considered an error. A negative confirmation request does not require a response if all the information is correct. Only if there are errors is a response required. So unlike a positive confirmation request, where no response is received for a negative confirmation request, these are treated as correct and accurate. Assume you are the auditor of Entity Z. The company has a total debtors balance of $1 million. This total is made up of 900 different debtors, all with a balance not exceeding $3,000. However, the total does include one debtor, Family Grocers Limited, whose balance comprises $98,000 of the total $1 million of trade receivables. What kind of confirmation would you use to obtain evidence relating to trade debtors? For the individual debtor, Family Grocers Limited, it would be best to use a positive confirmation request. This balance alone comprises 10% of the total debtors, and so it would be best to get the most reliable evidence, which would be a positive confirmation. For the remaining balances, there are too many accounts with very small balances, it would be best to use a negative confirmation request. Thus, the method of testing would be both a combination of positive and negative confirmation. To recap, external confirmation requests are commonly used as tests of detail. There are two types of external confirmation requests, namely positive and negative confirmation requests.